Prasida. Welcome to PSM Talking. I know it's been a while since I came here and talked, since December being a holiday time and so much traveling. Everybody in my family is sick, and I had a lot on my plate as well. But today I thought it's high time I come here and do a video. So today I thought I'll talk about my three New Year resolutions. Now, I am not someone who really like making New Year resolutions because, as a lot of you might be experiencing as well, my New Year resolutions never last. By the end of Jan, yeah, max by Feb, and I am following none of my resolutions, right? So I used to make New Year resolutions, and every time it would go on flop. And after a couple of years of that happening, then I decided that I will no longer be making New Year resolutions. Instead, whatever new thing that I want to be doing, I will start them in December. So, December 1st, or yeah, in the month of December, I'll inculcate a new habit so that I have one whole month to kind of internalize it, make it into my daily routine, so that there is more chances of me kind of following that in the next year. But I will say that it that also did not work out for all the resolutions that I made, right? So then, for the past 2 or 3 years, I no longer make any kind of resolutions which will kind of start on a particular day. So, what I had thought, or what I then decided, that whatever I want to do, whatever change that I want to make in my life, I will do it then and there. It could be on a March 28th, it could start on a June 17th, it could even start on December 31st, it doesn't matter. I will no longer wait for a January 1st or my birthday or or any special day for me to start a new habit. So that's what I decided, and that's what I've been following. But something was different last year. I feel finally, when my son is a little bit old enough and he's getting a little bit more independent, I actually really got some time to reflect back, think about what are the things that I want to do differently next year or generally in future in my life. And I actually thought of three things that I can start doing. And for a change, I thought, let me do it on Jan 1st. Jan 1st also happens to be my son's birthday. So I thought, when he actually turns three, that will be next year in 2021, I can also take a step back and again see how I did, in his second year of life. So that's what I thought. And so I did make three New Year resolutions for 2020. So, number one, I will make myself happy. I will not be waiting for somebody else to give me something that I really want. If something really means a lot to me and if I really want to do it, if there is a way, I will do it myself. So, I'll explain to you what I mean with an example. So, I like to take my son to the park downstairs. So, our community has some wonderful lawns and parks for kids to play and for adults to chill as well. And I really like to take him to those parks and just go for a walk with him in the evenings during weekends. And what I almost all the time used to do is to, wait for my husband also to accompany us. Now, for him, he catches up on his Netflix and Hotstar and all the documentaries, whatever that he wants to watch on YouTube. He kind of does that on the weekends, right? And that is his idea of relaxing, while my idea is completely different. So, right, what I used to do is that I sit and wait around for him to, take a break from watching all his shows. And I would start telling him from the morning that, hey, we have to take him downstairs to the park, we have to take him downstairs to the park. And I, I keep telling that from the morning. And by evening, I think, he kind of gets tired of me telling this. He would then come with us, right? But I'm sure once, when he comes with us, he does enjoy. I mean, don't take me wrong, he does. He loves spending time with us, but it's just that he prefers more of, sit on the couch, sit inside, sit at home and enjoy. While my idea is, let's go downstairs, let's go for a walk, or, let's take him to the park where he can, run around and we can also sit and talk. So it's just that our idea of spending time together and how we want to do it is a little different. So, yeah, like I said, so what I used to do is I would just nag him, right? And till he comes with us. And I realized that I probably shouldn't be doing that. And I stopped telling about this completely. And what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks is I've kept a time like morning 11 o'clock and evening 5. I would get ready, I would plan my day accordingly, and I would take my son downstairs. I'll not be waiting for him. And he also knows that at 11 and 5, we both go downstairs. And he knows that he can finish whatever he's watching. And and if he wants to come, or once he is done with his thing, he will come downstairs and join us. So that way, he doesn't feel that he's been forced to do something which otherwise he may not have been doing. And at the end of the day, I also don't feel that, oh my god, I nagged so much today, why did I do that. I also don't get that, that kind of a feeling that I could have been nicer to him on this weekend. So yeah, so I've started doing that. It's a very small thing, I know, but it has actually made a lot of difference, because I know that now when my husband comes downstairs to the park and join us, he's also happy. And maybe he wants to tell me what is the documentary he's watching, and like all that. So he's actually happy because he kind of came downstairs because he was missing us. He didn't see us for like an hour, and then that's why he's coming and joining us. And I'm also happy that I'm downstairs. I mean, that's what I'm in the park, or I'm sitting on that lawn, and I'm enjoying that beautiful, bright, sunny day. I'm happy as well. And I don't know why I didn't do that much earlier, but yeah, that's something that I've been doing for the past 2 weekends, and it's really, really working well. Second thing is reducing the food wastage in our house. So whether it's cooked food or raw materials like vegetables or anything that I purchase, I noticed that almost 20 to 30% of that was just getting wasted. And I actually used to notice this, but it was really pointed out to me by my maid, my domestic help. So she and I are very close. And one day she was throwing out the garbage, and she saw, a couple of chapatis and some rice that was, put in the uh, garbage bin. And she asked me what that was. And I said, yeah, it was made like some 2 3 days back. It was in the fridge. We meant to eat it, but we forgot or whatever, and it's gone stale, and that's why I've thrown it out. And she gave me a look. She looked at me for a couple of seconds, and she said that, madam, that day itself, when you knew that it was a lot, you could have given it to me. My entire family could have eaten that entire food. It would have been our one time meal. And she just moved on to her doing her work. And I don't know, though I knew that food is getting wasted. Every time when I throw out food, I feel bad. Her statement kind of hit me really, really hard, and I felt that I shouldn't be wasting food. Um, so I decided that that's going to be one of my top priorities this year. So, as you know, I've done a video about this earlier. I have a weekly meal plan that I do. But what I did this time is I made a monthly meal plan, and 2 days a week is meant for leftover food. So doesn't matter if I didn't like that curry, or I found that curry a little too salty, I find that curry a little too spicy. Whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter. We are going to finish that curry if it's left over and if it's in the fridge. But the main thing before that is to cook only a very limited quantity. It's okay to have little less food than to keep it for a later day and then forgetting that. This rule also applies to my 2-year-old son. Now that he turned two, we felt that it's time to start treating him, or kind of teach him a few things as well. Some people might say that I'm being a bad mother, but I would like to believe that I am kind of training him for life, right? And if it doesn't make him sick, if we can eat it, it doesn't make us sick, he can eat that as well. So yeah, that's something that I will try and follow as much as possible in my house from now. Third, and my favorite one, is cleaning up the toys time, right? So every night, so once my son comes back from the daycare, he would just go to his toy, whatever the rack that he has, and he would just pull out everything, play with everything. And you know, uh, when he, after his dinner time and he's sleepy, we would just take him inside and we would put him to sleep. And in the morning, when I wake up, I'm the first one to come to the living room. I used to always feel so sick that there's just so many toys lying around everywhere, and I knew that we should be cleaning up at night itself. So for the past couple of months, what we used to do is that after my son is asleep, I or my husband would clean that up before we go to bed. Now that he's turned 2, we decided that it's also time that he joins us. So we have kind of made it into a little playing time or fun time. And once his dinner is over, we would have like some quick 10 minutes. We would sing some songs, we would make it fun, make it like a competition, and we involve him in cleaning up as well. And my son also started enjoying it so much, so that he you know he does it by himself. Couple of times he actually told that, hey, don't we need to keep that aside? And I was very, very happy, right? So that is something that I've really found to be working, though it is only a few days since we started doing that. So we actually started doing that from December 31st onwards. Yeah, that's been really working. And now when I wake up and come to the living room in the morning, I feel so much at peace, right? I'm not like stepping over some truck or a robot or whatever that is. So yeah, it's been really, really nice to have a clean living room, at night, and when we get up in the morning, it's really nice to go to that room. So yeah, so these are the three things that I have started following for this year 2020, and I'll continue to post as to how I'm progressing in these, or whether I've met any challenges, whether I've made any changes to my goals. So yeah, that's it from me, and until I talk to you next time, take care. Bye bye.